and the people who live here.
This WBTV high-definition program is sponsored by Time Warner Cable. WBTV News at 5 starts right now.
A father dead, a mother and child critically injured tonight. Witnesses say a distracted driver is to blame.
But we begin in the First Alert Weather Center tonight. We are tracking snow again, headed for Charlotte tonight. A winter weather advisory is in effect. Hello and welcome, everybody. I'm Paul Kaplan.
And I'm Maureen O'Boyle. Are you ready for this? We want to go straight over to Kelly Franson. She is in the Winter Weather Alert Center, really the first alert, but it's going to be winter weather again, Kelly?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's what we are expecting, but it could be a lot worse. Let me take you to the satellite and radar and show you what has been going on back to the west. Some heavy snow, reports of over a foot in places. We're not going to get anywhere near that, even in the mountains. That bright white, those are the winter storm warnings, and I do want to point out there's one of those for the North Carolina coastline, but our part of the Carolinas under winter weather advisory, which is not so severe. In fact, it means more of an inconvenience. The mountains will pick up some snow, a little more than the rest of us, starting about 6 p.m. For the rest of us, that advisory kicks in at 10 p.m. tonight. We are still well above freezing right now, 43 degrees in Charlotte, but down to 39 in Hickory. As far as when to expect those showers, a little bit of patchy activity, a little rain snow mix around 9, and then very light, widespread snow showers around 11, picking up after that. Paul?
Well, Kelly, we have seen a lot of this. DOT crews making sure roads are getting ready. They sprayed the brine in Burke County this morning. And crews in Charlotte, well, they got the shiny briny on our streets as well.
They have been busy all across the area. Jacinda Garabito is in the First Alert Traffic Center with the preps underway right now. Jacinda?
Your First Alert Traffic is brought to you by Paramount Kia of Hickory. Let me show you what's happening right now. Live from our HD Tower Cam, Charlotte DOT tells us major roads around the city are coated with brine. 12 trucks are on standby and 24 crews are ready. They expect things to get started around 1 a.m. And the First Alert Traffic team will be ready on air and online. Liz Horton will be here starting at 5 a.m. You can see the latest traffic information, including road congestion, on WBTV.com. Just click on traffic. Maureen?
Jacinda, thank you. Tragedy on a road in a southwest Charlotte neighborhood. A father is dead. A mother and toddler critically injured after a car ran over them this morning. Our Sarah Batista is live now. Sarah, witnesses say the driver who hit them wasn't paying attention. Tell us what they saw.
Maureen, one witness told me it looked as though that driver might have been reaching down for something and swerved, and that would make sense considering we didn't see any skid marks on the road. It's a very sad story and unusual even for police. As police began their investigation on Corsica Forest Drive, neighbors strolled by in disbelief. This woman, walking with her own baby, was too shaken to show her face.
You just never could imagine it happening where you live, happening on your normal routine walk.
Witnesses tell WBTV this gray car ran into a couple and their young son around 11:30 this morning. One witness said the driver swerved and slammed into the couple along the sidewalk. The man died on scene. The woman and toddler taken to the hospital with serious injuries.
It certainly is kind of strange to have a residential street like this that's relatively lightly traveled, to have a fatality accident.
Police spent 4 hours on scene talking with witnesses and gathering evidence, hoping to piece together what happened. A stroller lay overturned near the sidewalk. Neighbor Lisa Walker says she's heartbroken over the accident.
To come home and see a stroller laying there and know that probably one of your neighbors is dead. It's a tragedy.
Walker says neighbors have complained about speeders in the neighborhood since 2003 when the development was built. The city denied speed bumps on the street because it didn't meet specific criteria.
I said somebody is going to get killed in this neighborhood before they decide to do something about it.
The speed limit here is 25 miles per hour. Police haven't said if the driver was speeding or what exactly caused the accident. And I did request information from the Charlotte Department of Transportation on those speed bumps. They are still looking into that for me. But as for the driver, police have not said what her name is or whether or not she'll be charged. We're live in South Charlotte. Sarah Batista, WBTV, on your side.
Absolute tragedy for that family and really the whole neighborhood feeling it. Thank you, Sarah. We've got breaking news now in the Delmonte Tisdale investigation. A Massachusetts congressman says nothing has been done to correct security security problems since the Charlotte teen stowed away on a U.S. Airways jet. Representative William Keating grilled Homeland Security Secretary Janet Napolitano on Capitol Hill today. Napolitano acknowledged there were problems but didn't list any steps being taken to improve security. Tisdale was able to hide in the wheel well of a jet back in November. Police found his body in a Boston suburb after he fell from that plane.
Sticker shock for people getting their property tax revaluations this week. It's the first time since 2003, and we are told that the average increase would be between 6 and 8%. Well, Steve Crump is live and on your side tonight. Steve, you found examples of double and triple digit increases. That's not 6 to 8%.
No, it's not, Paul. Big numbers, and what's that old saying? Location, location, location. Tonight we're live near South Park, and this is one of those neighborhoods where they see values on the rise. And the bottom line, in many cases, every year brings a larger tax bill. Beverly Woods is one place where homeowners are saying the word, ouch. During 1974, Tom Kufalotis built his home here, and since that time, the tax rate on his house is headed in a single direction. Straight up.
1974, when I built the house, the property tax was $250. 2 years ago it was $2,500, and last year was $3,000.
When he moved in, it was valued at $35,000. But the most recent assessment has him shaking his head.
They got this house for $284,000. I don't know if they give me that much if I sell it.
The latest tax revaluation has Charlotte's real estate market all over the place.
Every neighborhood, is unique in itself.
John Noonan runs an appraisal company and is starting to hear from frustrated homeowners who don't agree with the numbers offered by the county tax assessor.
If the neighborhood has been stable and still is stable today, then values probably have gone up.
For Tom Kufalotis, it's a double-edged sword. Living in a neighborhood with rising values is one thing, but there's another set of challenges.
I'm just retired too, I don't have any extra income, and it's kind of hard. But we want to survive.
Well, it's not everywhere with those increases across Charlotte, and coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we will take you to a place with fancy homes and plummeting values. We'll see you then. Live tonight from South Park, Steve Crump, WBTV on your side.
Steve, thank you. Now, it's important to remember, just because your home value went up doesn't mean necessarily your tax bill will be higher, but it could. County and city leaders will set the tax rate. That's the other part of the equation late this year. They have said they want a neutral rate.
A man prosecutors call a homegrown terrorist pleaded guilty today. The FBI says Daniel Patrick Boyd is the ringleader of a group of people who planned an attack military targets inside the U.S., including the Marine Corps base at Quantico, Virginia. The FBI says it seized more than 24 guns and thousands of rounds of ammo from Boyd's home near Raleigh back in 2009.
2 teachers in the eastern part of our state are accused of helping students cheat. Now they're out of a job. Students at Clayton High were given the answers to some end-of-course history tests. The teachers accused of giving them the answers resigned this week. 86 students will have to retake those tests.
A lot more ahead on this Wednesday night. We're staying on this winter weather alert, that big storm system over the deep south. Well, it's going to bring at least an inch of snow to Charlotte tonight.
And in the mountains, along with snow, crews are battling fire.
45 acres of forest in Burke County on fire today, and it's a good thing. I'm Steve Onosorge in Burke County. I'll explain coming up.
But next at 5, a man waiting for the bus badly hurt by an out-of-control SUV. It's all caught on tape. Now police hope this video will help catch the man responsible. This is WBTV Live and on your side at 5 o'clock.